I know I sure am, and we're just gonna be looking through some more pennies today. So let's see if we get any luck. My goodness, this is damaged. That front has all sorts of gunk on it. My goodness. Let's keep it going. Hopefully we get some people in here. Hopefully, but let's keep it going. Thinking I'm gonna open a couple rolls. Don't know how many, but it's gonna be a good couple. We're just gonna see what we can get. 1962 D right there. There's an FG, you can see it. And nothing really interesting out of that. Alright, 2023. Pretty good condition coin right here. Anything missing? Anything interesting? Not really. Hopefully we can open up some more wheat pennies today. I'm hoping we can. I was able to open up 2 last night, which is pretty lucky considering they're not really in circulation anymore. Let's keep it going though. Hopefully we can get some viewers in here. I'd love to talk to some people, because it is kind of boring just opening up some pennies, so it's kind of nice to discuss with some people, man. Let's keep it going. 2023. Nothing really interesting about it. We got 1979. Pretty good condition. I'm not really seeing anything. Maybe some staining at the top. Not really. It's pretty good condition. I think that's a keeper. It's the best part about coin collecting. You get to choose what you keep or not. And the best part is you're not losing money. You just get to search through some stuff, enjoy yourself, you get to reflect on some stuff, and you don't really lose any money doing it. Like, I'm a big Pokemon guy, but that drains my money. That drains my bank account quite a lot. But searching through these pennies here, all it does is bring back the bank account, you know? Because there's really no cost to the collectors. Welcome, man. Feel free to chat. I hope you enjoy the stream, and if you'd like to go, I get it, man. What is up, Siba? Just looking through some pennies here. Ooh, that's a pretty good 1972 condition. Is that a D or an S? S mint mark. That's a good condition. I'll keep that. What's up, Siraj? Drake is a staple in the R&B community. Okay. I don't really know anything about that, but okay. How's it going, Mike? Just looking through some pennies today. I was doing this one last night too. We got some interesting stuff. We've had some pretty good luck with wheat pennies recently. That's pretty nice. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Mike. I appreciate you. Alright. Let's keep it going. 2024, pretty good condition. Got a little bit of staining on the back, though. Gunk. On the shield. On the 1 cent portion of it on that one. Alright, 2020. Got some gunk there and some chip damage, I think. Alright, 1983. Okay, just a little bit of staining and gunk on the back. 2023 as well. Just some gunk right there. So, we won't keep her. 1998. It's not in the best condition, so I don't think I'll keep it. 2022. Pretty good condition, but that's kind of to be expected. 2016 here. So, if there's anything you guys are curious about, feel free to ask questions. I appreciate you guys staying tuned in, and I hope you guys enjoy the content, man. And again, if you're curious about anything, feel free to ask. And I like talking to y'all, so feel free to chat too. All right, that's kind of. I don't think I have a cabin of those yet, so that's kind of cool. All right, now I get to open up another roll. All right, I'm not really good at opening these rolls, but it's okay. All right, just gonna set it to the offside over here. You off into the camera to the side of it. All right, let's keep it going. All right. What is the oldest coin? Are you the oldest coin I have is like 1940s. I've not really been the most fortunate. I mean, I have well, in my family's possession, we have my great grandfather's old coin collection. There's some 1800s coins in there. That's pretty cool. But the oldest one I personally own, it's probably in the 40s. I don't know if I have a 12 or not. If I do, I think for some reason I do. It's just not in my wheat pennies collection. 1986. Pretty good condition, but I mean, maybe I might set it off to the side. Reconsider that later. 2018. Oop. 1969. FG's there, everything's there. There's the 2024, pretty good condition. Got a little bit of chip in there underneath the N. All right, we got some heavy staining on this 2003 penny right here. A lot of gunk on the back as well. 2017 P. I haven't seen a lot of Pennsylvania mint marks, so that's kind of cool. 1982. FG's there. Not in the best conditioning. If you want to see some of the cool stuff I opened last night, I got some to the side. Let me see. Is this what I'm thinking about? There's one specific one I'm looking for I'd like to show off. All right, here we go. I grabbed this last night. The R on Liberty there. That's pretty interesting. Got a little bump right there. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what kind of error that is, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. I'm going to move these off to the side here. They're kind of building up. So, toss them back in the box. All right, let's keep it going. 2019 D. What's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Feel free to chat. I'd love to talk to you because opening up these pennies can be a little bit boring. 2019 D right there. 2005 D. Something really interesting about that one. 2010 D. Got a little bit of staining on the back there. 1998 D. It's kind of not in the best condition, so we're not going to keep that. 1978. Got FG there. Stairs looking normal, so. Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Feel free to chat. I'd love talking to you guys. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Gets kind of boring just sitting here opening up these pennies, so I'd love to talk to you. 2014 D. A little bit staining on the back there and gunk. 1989 D. That D is interesting. Not really. I mean, it's kind of defined, but the hole in the center there is looking pretty weird. I'll set it off to the side. 1967. This one's got some pretty heavy staining up in the top right hand and some heavy staining on the back as well. All right, 2020. Got some damage on the front here. And, some hefty damage on the back as well. 2019 D. Is that 19 or 10? That's a 19. And pretty good condition, but nothing really too interesting about it. It is Not so old. 1970, some gunk on the front. 1995, pretty good condition. Got a little bit of a spot right there. And some staining on the back as well. 2015, nothing really too interesting on that. 2014, nothing really too interesting on that one. Alright, let's keep it going. 2018, just a D. Pretty good condition, but kind of expected for the time period. 1973, D. Nothing really too interesting, and some gunk on the back. Ooh, some hefty gunk on this one. Pretty good condition otherwise, but I can't really see that. Is that a... what is that? I don't know. 1984 D. D's pretty well defined. FG's there. Nothing really too interesting about that one. 2017 D here. Interesting? Not really. Ooh, let me get that off to the side there. So 1999. Staining. Some pretty hefty staining on that coin there. 2024 D. Pretty clean, but it's still relatively new. 2021. This one's got some pretty hefty staining on it. It's a 1985. 1995. FG's there. Everything looks pretty normal. 2007. Think FG's there. Yeah, stairs looking normal. 2016 D. Nothing really too interesting on that one. 2011 D. Nothing really too interesting on that one. 2013 D. Again, nothing really too interesting. What about this one? 2002 D. And got 3 more coins left to look through here till I open up another roll. But I don't think I'm going to have too much fortune on these. But you never know. And nope. This one looks like it's got a little bit of damage on it, just staining as well. Alright, I'm going to move these coins over here off to the side, put them back in the box, and we'll open up another roll. Let's keep it going. Alright, we've got another roll here. Give me a second, I gotta stretch out my shoulder. It's got a little bit uncomfortable here. Gotta get this. There we go. Get it off to the side there. Let's keep it going. Keep the show on the road. Alright. We got 1978, no mint mark. 8 looks normal. Nothing too interesting on that one. 1995 D. FG's there, nothing really too interesting. 1981 D. And again, nothing really too interesting on that one. 2000 D. Has some hefty staining on the side. 2019 D as well. Nothing really too interesting. 2025 D. And nothing too interesting. 1995 D. Nothing too interesting. 2017 D. Again, not having so much luck today. I might be streaming a little bit later today as well, but we'll see if we get any luck. 2005 D. Nothing interesting. Hopefully we can get a wheat penny in this roll. I would love that, but I would doubt it. 2016D. Nothing too interesting. 2016D again. Goop. A little bit, I think, damage. Maybe some damage on the back there. 2007. There's a lot of 2017s in here. I'll grab him. There's a 2009D. Some very hefty staining on the back on that one. 1994D. Nothing too interesting on that one. 2023 D, I'm assuming, yeah. And good condition, but that's to be expected. Are those 8s? Those 8s are pretty small. That's kind of weird, but I don't think that's really anything unique. Nothing really too interesting on that one. 2020, there's some rings on it. Might be a strike through error, but I would doubt it. 1976. Nothing really interesting. 1979. FG's there, but nothing too interesting again. 1972. 2017D again. A lot of 2017Ds here. 2020, pretty good condition, but that's kind of expected. 2022, good condition, but nothing really too interesting. 2000, some gunk on that one. 1998, nothing really too interesting about that. 2001, again, nothing too interesting. 1984, no mint mark, FG's there. 2022, back looks normal. 2020, you can see a little bit of a ring on that, but I don't think it's a strike through error. Probably some damage, maybe, but it's not a good strike through error if it is a strike through error. 2004, 2020. Coming towards the end of this roll. Hopefully we can get some good fortune here. 73, pretty good condition here. It's a pretty nice condition, but some staining on the back of that one. 1968D. Another one, pretty good condition. I think I'll keep it. 1986. Okay, not looking too interesting, and it's got some staining all over it. 2018D. Nothing really worthwhile to keep about that one. 71 that's a D, a small D. Some hefty gunk on the back of that. This one's kind of interesting. It's an 81, pretty good condition, but some staining. FG's pretty bold there. That's a pretty nice coin. Pretty good condition, especially for the age of that one. 2016D. Nothing really too interesting on that one. 2015D. Again, nothing too interesting. 1989D. Nothing too interesting. 1986, no mint mark. Seems we are not. Oh, wait. That's, I think, what I had off to the side. I'm silly. I know I did for that one. That one's pretty good condition. I'm being silly. Welcome to the stream, guys. Feel free to ask any questions if you're curious about anything. I'm just open looking through some pennies. But I hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to ask. Feel free to tell me about yourself. I'd love to learn about you. But let me just keep searching through these pennies, man. 2023, pretty good condition. Nothing really too interesting about it, though. Some gunk on the back of that one. This one's kind of got some interesting color to it. but nothing really to make it keepsake worthy. Alright, nothing too interesting on that one. About 2012 right here. D mint mark. Nothing really too interesting. 1999 D. Nothing really too interesting left on that one. And a 1999 D as well. Yep, no luck. Alright, let me move these off to the side here, and then I'll open up another roll. So it's looking like we're making some pretty good progress on those rolls over there. I'll just grab them for the camera. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we got $9 worth of rolls left. And I started off with about 50, so, well, $25 worth and total of 50 rolls. So we're making pretty good progress here. Let me open up this roll right here. Oh, snap. No good luck. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you're curious about anything, feel free to ask. Just looking through some pennies here. And let's keep it going. Feel free to ask. Feel free to tell me about yourself as well. I'm curious. I'd love to learn about you. Let's keep it going. 1981 D. Nothing really too interesting about that. 1991. Some staining on the front and the back. Some staining right there. 1964. Some pretty good condition on that one. Maybe some staining on that between the columns there. 1991 D. Nothing too interesting on that one. 1989. No mint mark. Some cool color on that, but nothing really too interesting. 1997. Pretty good condition. There's some shininess on it, but some gunk on the back right there. That's no good. 1992 D. Nothing too interesting. I'm hoping I can get something interesting here, but it seems like I burned all my luck out last night, so I don't think so. Is that a ring on it? Nope. Alright, let's keep it going. 1975 D. Nothing really too interesting. This one's pretty aged for 2003 penny. 1985. It's okay condition, but not the best. 1990, pretty good condition. Well, we got some staining on the idols there. Or it might be bushes, I don't know. 2000 D. Nothing really too interesting on it. Got a 1994. And FG's there pretty blatantly. So, nothing interesting on that. 2022. Pretty good condition, but it's a newer penny. 1975 D. Nothing really too interesting on that one. 2018 D. Nothing too interesting on that one. 2005, pretty good condition on that one. Let's keep it going. 2020. It's okay. It's pretty good condition for the time. 1994, pretty good condition except for the staining on his forehead. And nothing really interesting except for that. So 2018 D. Anything interesting? Not really. Got a 1964 here. Nothing really too interesting on that one though. Again, guys, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. I'd love to answer. But just, I hope you guys continue enjoying the stream. 2001. Very, very stained. Another 1964. But pretty stained, not the best condition. 2000. Nothing really too interesting about that one. 1993. Pretty good condition, but not a keeper. I have a 1995 here. Nothing too interesting. 2000. Not having the best of luck. 2014. Nothing too interesting. 2015. No luck. 2005. Nope. It's a bust as well. 1983. Nothing too interesting on that. 2006. We got a 2009 right here. Pretty cool coins because they're pretty collectible, but nothing too interesting on that one. Got a 1989. Nothing too interesting on that one though. And 1997. Nothing really interesting on that. Got a 1969D. You can see a little bit of the bulge for the FG. Right. Wait, that one, I don't think I see a good FG there. Let me get a closer look at it in my own eyes. I think that's a keeper right there. The stairs are a little bit weird too. I think that's the first hit of the night. Nothing too interesting on that one. Got 2017's hefty damage and staining on that one. Nothing too interesting. 2004. 2003. 2020. I think I'm going to have to wrap up the stream here in a second once I finish this roll. I got 2 more pennies left, man, but I don't really have any much more time, so I'll probably be streaming a little bit later. I hope you guys will pull up for that, but I thank you guys for watching this stream, and I hope you guys had a good one, and I'm going to see y'all.